One thing to understand about production, I would say, and I think to some extent you as well, is that like there is no good and wrong per se, right? There are situations that needs to be solved. I try to get a clear overview of what is happening on the project every morning, and based on that, I can orient what I'm going to as a team to be focusing on during the day.
We're a small production team, there's only 2 of us, so I do quite a lot of different things, but the bulk of my work is just keeping an eye on the team, making sure that they've got what they need, making sure that they're tracking their work, and just ensuring that no one's being worked too hard or feels like they're under the cosh too much or too stressed. Aside from that, it's just a lot of spreadsheets. We track everything from cutscenes to beta requirements, anything you could possibly imagine that could be tracked, I've got a spreadsheet for it.
In an ideal world where you have all those different traits making a video game, if everything was smooth and fine, they wouldn't need production, they wouldn't need QA. People would say, oh yeah, everything is wrong, everything is on fire. For us, that's normal.
When your job is problem solving, there's no end to the problems. We are constantly shouldering problems and finding solutions. It does get stressful sometimes. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm not stressed ever, because that would be a lie. But I thrive under it. We all thrive under it as a unit, and we have each other to lean on.
There is nothing to panic about.
Our job is panic control, basically.
Yeah, that's well put, yeah.
In terms of collaboration, QA and production are besties. Production inform us what's going on, what we need to investigate, and then we help production with getting them a better idea of what's going on.
QA is usually quite disconnected from the rest of the team, but how we do it here is very, very different. We talk to the devs all the time.
Because of how small it is and how small the team is, there's a lot of like very direct feedback between things, and you can really like watch things change.
Our first priority is just whatever the devs need testing, we just test that. And then we go through the entire game from start to finish and just try and find every single bug.
But we can't find every bug, especially in a day. Like to find everything would take weeks. So a lot of it is being very tactical and methodical as to where you look. And a lot of what I do is sort of working out where that should be on a given day. But a lot of it is also, okay, where are we at? And how can I give that information to the relevant people in the most efficient manner?
We basically are players, like that's what we do, we play the game. So we I think we have a better gauge than the rest of the team about if something's fun, if something's kind of working, or maybe it just needs a tweak. So yeah, it does require testing on multiple things. We're also testing on the Steam Deck, as well as Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation as well, and PC. So there's a lot of stuff that we're testing on.
The best day is when the build is so on fire that nothing loads whatsoever. And so we immediately, on the second we get in, we're like, hello, the build is broken, to the entire team. And then we sit back and wait until a new build comes in and we can actually play.
We're working while we're waiting though.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, you know.
Don't look at us like that, Bruno.
Has anyone ever been fired during an interview before?
It's very, very easy to start a project, to say, well, the game is starting here. But I think like what is incredibly difficult is to finish a game and to be able to say, okay, the game finishes like that. Alpha is you can play the game start to finish and some stuff look final. Beta, you can keep on playing the game start to finish, but everything must look pretty final. After beta comes the phase that we are calling release candidate. There are builds that we are going to submit to publishers. I think for me, the moment it really clicked was at the end of alpha. We had all the elements here that were able to describe where we are aiming at, what was the finality of all the work that had been done so far. It gave a meaning to all the work that I've been putting in. That was a beautiful moment, really.
I've played it since the early days, so there was almost no art. But seeing the main menu and everything come together, like I'd just seen a black screen for like a year at that point. It was quite a moment for sure.
I get to play the game once every week or maybe every couple of weeks, so the moment that it really clicked for me was when all of a sudden all the character art was in for the unknown, and that just, they went from being sort of placeholder items to suddenly being fully realised and fully horrific, and it was terrifying, and it completely rattled me to my core. And that was just a sudden moment of, oh my god, this is what we're making, this is where we're going.
Be afraid, run, hide, and enjoy.